All right. What is up, Team Sztanyo Clan Yo? Welcome into the live stream. I think I've got a few things figured out this time that I didn't have last time. I think I can screen share this time. Thank you, Garrett, for that. Shout out to you. And we're back. We are back here to answer your questions about all things Cincinnati real estate, or just living in the Cincinnati or Northern Kentucky area. I want to give you guys another market update. This time I think I can actually show you some charts. And so you can see some graphs of what's going on. I've got some new statistics to share of what's happening here, what's happened in June and what's happening in July in the real estate market here in Cincinnati. And of course, if you have questions or want to just jump in the conversation, please join in the chat. Would love to have you guys. It was awesome to chat with many of you last week. James, if you get on here, man, I hope you had an awesome visit to the city, our fair city. Looks like you got to hang out in Northern Kentucky and Cincy, maybe even do that riverboat we were talking about. So, yeah, jump on here and ask a question. Well, first of all, I'm wearing glasses today. I don't think you guys have ever seen me wearing glasses in a video that I know of, but I was demoing my bathroom this week, and I have this 100-year-old bathroom. Well, 100-year-old home. I don't think the bathroom is that old because it was kind of made on the addition, but the walls are all plaster. And so if you've ever demoed a plaster wall, I was sucking in plaster dust in my lungs. It was getting in my nose, it was getting in my eyes, and last night I was trying to sleep, and I guess I cut my eye because like just closing the lid of my eye was keeping me awake. It was terrible. So we're wearing glasses today. Before we get into some of the data in the market, I've got some exciting news to share. Something happened this week with the old YouTube channel, the old Team Sztanyo YouTube channel, that was quite alarming and surprising. And I got to show you guys this. I'm not sure what happened, but for whatever reason, the YouTube algorithm and the YouTube gods were very happy with us this week. I think, honestly, it has something to do with the YouTube live from last week. That's my best guess. That YouTube liked the fact that I jumped on here and was answering your questions. But let me show you guys this and check this out. I think I've got this figured out here. Let me see. Well, hang on. Okay, I think you can see this. Let me double check on the YouTube live here. So, is that preview or is that? Oh wait, how do I get this over? Are you seeing this, guys? Bear with me. I'm on the preview. Oh, how do I get it to the program? Do I slide it over? No. Oh, there we go. Transition. Okay. Very cool. So this, I'm giving you guys behind the scenes look at the old channel. The old channel's analytics here. And this is the last 28 days. We've had nearly 15,000 views. But in the last few days, it's up 512%. That's a big deal. And so we're cruising along here in our views, and we're just kind of, we're cruising along. We're helping people. People are figuring out about the channel a little bit. 300 views a day, 230, right around 300 views a day through July, which is great, and we reached that 500 subscriber milestone. And then all of a sudden on July, so wait a second, right here, guys, July 13th last week, we went live. And then on July 15th, well, bam, we went from 300 views a day to 1,069 views a day that day. And I was like, what in the world just happened? And it was most of it on this pros and cons video of living in Cincinnati. And then the next day it went down. I was like, okay, that was probably a fun little spike of YouTube algorithm juice. Thank you for that. 900 a day. We'll see how long. And then, so I figured it would be going back down, and then boom, it just keeps going up and keeps going up. Look at this. 1,800 views on Saturday, 2,200 views on Sunday, and 3,000 views yesterday. I'm just blown away by this. Let me see here if I can do a little screen and screen. Yeah, hang on a second. Bear with me again. Oops. Where'd it go? Oh no. Hang on a sec. How do I... Oh, guys, I'm trying. Forgive me. Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, I'm trying to figure out where I lost my own video. My goodness, I got to figure out how to use. Shout out to Garrett for teaching me how to use OBS, or at least pointing it to me. Now I got to learn how to actually do it. But okay, let's just keep cruising here, and we'll take the I'll try to find my video in a little bit. So we went from. Let me just go back a few days here. So that's 28 days, but just look at this going back 90 days. Look at what a hockey stick this thing is. It's just blowing me away. So thank you for watching. I mean, we were just, we're kind of cruising along here. I was happy with this growth. We've been helping people find homes, get to know the area. I'm cranking out some videos, and then, well, bam! That's just crazy to me. So that's some pretty exciting news. I'm going to obviously keep doing these YouTube lives because hopefully you like them, and it seems apparent that YouTube likes it. But look at this. Same thing with the subscribers. We get maybe 1, 2 a day. 4 was a big day. 0, 0, 2, 3. And then all of a sudden, and I was putting out there like, hey, thank you. I did a video for thank you for getting to 500 subscribers. And then all of a sudden, we go live, and then 3, 6, 9, 13, 22, 26, 28 subscribers. That's just remarkable. So now we're over 600 subscribers now. This is cool. Okay, so we're having fun. Be sure to jump in the chat if you guys are able to. I want to transition to some data for you guys now. I'm going to show you a couple things here. Let me show you this chart first. Okay. So, and I want to put my face in here. Let me see if I can find my face. I don't know where it went. Not a fade. How do I zoom out? Garrett, if you're on, help me out here. I am trying to find my webcam video. I can't find it. Oh, FaceTime. Oh, which there we go. Okay, we're back. All right. So we want this. How do I add? I'm going to get to this in just a minute. Guys, bear with me. I'm so trying to figure this out. We need video capture. No. Yes. I need actually my browser. Let's see. Display capture. Okay. I want both of these things. I want this front. Order. Move to top. Okay, here we go. Transition. Okay. Oh my goodness. Sorry for all of that. Trying to figure this out. Okay, so here are the charts I wanted to show you guys last week. These are the market dynamics of what is going on here in Cincinnati. How do I get this to kind of fill the screen here? Let me try this. That help? Kind of. No, I don't think that helped. Okay, so what we're looking at here, let me bring this down. Why is it not moving? Oh, I got a transition. Forgive me, guys. Okay, so what we're looking at here is the median sale price in Cincinnati over the past 2 years. And in June 2019, that number was $230,000 for the median sale price. Fast forward, and you can see it bumped up in June of 20, and then it's bumped up even more in June 21. And it's up to 289,000 median sale price. It's a change of $59,000, a 26%. Let me see it right down here. 26% change increase in the last 2 years. Okay, let's look at the average sale price. Similar chart, similar percent change. The average is on the left, the median's on the right. The average sale price went from $276,000 to $340,000 in June of 21, a 23.4% increase. Okay, so let's keep going here. We're going to talk about why this is happening. This is the big reason, right? Supply and demand. So you've got in red, what we're looking at in red is the number of units for sale versus the number of green units sold. And in June of 2019, 2 years ago, there was 5,493 units for sale. Okay? And you just see it. The inventory has just crashed the last 2 years. The amount of homes that are for sale is just way down the last 2 years. And so the The amount in June 2021 is 3,393 units. And this is in Claremont, Butler, Warren, and Hamilton County. So I just pulled this info all from Ohio. But the Northern Kentucky numbers are tracking pretty much the same way as well. And you can see the number of units that have sold went from, they're about the same, 1904 to 1993, slightly up about 5%. So you have more homes sold and you have less homes for sale. What does that do to price? It causes price to go up, right? It's just simple, very simple economics, which is low supply, high demand equals higher prices. Okay, I want to show you another chart here. And if anyone is watching, I'd love to have you guys jump in the chat. Please use a keyframe frequency of 4 seconds. Okay. Sorry, I'm just checking the studio to see if I've got this thing figured out, if anyone's jumping on here to watch. So let's go and let's look at this one. So this chart is the average days on market for under contract properties the last 2 years monthly from June of 19 through June of 21. So what this says is when a house goes on the market, how many days on average is it staying on the market before it goes under contract? Back in June of 19, if you guys can see this here, that number was 23.5 days on average. A normal market is like you're on the market 30 days, okay? So even 2 years ago, it was a seller's market 2 years ago when the average days on market was 23.5. And then it kind of shot up at the end of 19. Kind of people thought, oh, we're gonna kind of level back out to a normal market. It's time for the cycle to kind of turn. And then boom, COVID hits. And when COVID hits, you even get more demand and you get even less supply because more people wanted to buy houses and less people wanted to let people into their house to sell. And so that days on market has just gone down, 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 down. It always goes up a little bit. You can see in that December. I mean, that's kind of the lowest time is that December, January for when people want to put their home on the market here in Cincinnati, just because of A, you've got Christmas and the holidays and New Year, and B, it's very cold. And so people don't want to go out there looking for homes, and people don't want to get their home ready in the market. And then the spring comes, bam, 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 bam. And the average days on market, the average now went down to 8.7 days. So from 23.5 to 8.7, that's a 63% drop in the average days on market, which is, again, just incredible in terms of where we're at from a market. Let me want to show you one more chart here, then I'm going to read you another article from the Cincinnati Area Board of Realtors. Okay, this chart is the months of supply of inventory. So what does that mean? It means the supply of inventory is if no new homes came on the market, how long would it take to sell all of the homes on the market? Okay, so back in June of 19, and again, the normal month supply for a historically normal real estate market is 6 months of supply. 6 months. So back in 2019, that number was at 1.9 months already, and we were telling people this is a great time to sell, historically low inventory, plus interest rates were low. So you don't have a lot of supply and you have a lot of demand because interest rates are low. What do you get? You get low supply of inventory, historically low levels. Same story here, kind of in this chart. You can read it, from December 19, and then it gets even lower as the supply has gone low, 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 low. And you've got to right now in June of 2021. I mean, guys, this is just insane. You have 0.6 months of inventory. So what that means is with the amount of homes that are out there and the amount of buyers that are out there, it would take about 18 days for everything to sell. So there's just no inventory. And so this makes it very difficult if you're a buyer. It makes it fantastic if you're a seller, right? You're loving life. But if you're a buyer, no fun. No fun at all right now because there's very low inventory to choose from. All right, I want to show you guys this article from Cincinnati Area Board of Realtors showing some additional trends here, and I want to talk through them a little bit. And it's kind of telling the same story, but I thought some of the insights here were interesting. So let's kind of work through this. Okay, market statistics. So this is comparing June 2021 to the percent change is in comparison to the same month of the prior year. Okay, so it's comparing June 21 to June 2020, and it's showing the median sold price, kind of similar stat we just saw, is 18% up from last year. Year to date, it's 18.5% up. The prior year was year to date 229.9. Prior year was 194. So 18% median sale price up. The units sold is up 2.5%. This total sold volume, whatever. I mean, that's more for realtors, but it kind of gives you an indication of the market. But that's also up 21%, 26% on the year. So there's been more sales this year. And then the active inventory is down 26%. So just like we were showing you in that other chart, the inventory is down, making it really challenging for buyers here. Now, the median days on market has gone down to 3 days. Really what that means is, well, we'll read about that in a minute. And there's been 3,158 new listings this month, which is up only 1.8%. So about the same, again, low inventory. So let's read through this because I think it's kind of helpful, especially this third paragraph that we'll get to down here. But it says, to no surprise of any realtor working in today's market, the median sold price continues to rise, says Stephanie Sudbrack-Busum, president of Cincinnati Area Board of Realtors. The low interest rates and inventory shortages continue to help sellers reap the benefits of this strong market. The median sold price difference between June 20 and June 21 is up 18%. The median sold price is up over $18,000 from May of 2021, which is so about an 8% increase from last month. So the market is just on fire hot. It is great for sellers. If you're selling your house anywhere, you are happy. The problem, of course, is what are you going to do after you sell? And if you become a buyer in the market, yeah, it's great that you just sold, but now what are you going to do? So that's, let's keep reading here. So watching the market data, the data shows that Butler and Hamilton County closings are on an upward trend. In June, closings in Butler County were the highest they've been since May of 2019. Butler County saw a total of 515, while Hamilton County saw a total of 1152 closings in June. The number of Hamilton County closings are almost as high as they've been since October of 2020. Okay, so that's just saying houses are closing. But this is a paragraph that stood out to me that I found really interesting. First time and move-up buyers typically fuel a sustainable market. But today, affordability, an unwillingness to compromise on home features, lack of inventory, and competitive bidding are keeping some buyers out of the market. Some buyers are struggling with buyer fatigue. We're going to talk through that, and are choosing to move to the sidelines until the market cools a bit, which could account for the rise in days on market for the first time since February. So the days on market went up from, I think, 2 days to 3, which is, a big increase. But so it's taking slightly longer, one day maybe, to sell your home than what it was before. Um, and but let's walk through these different items here. So first time buyers and move up buyers, they typically fuel a sustainable market. So first time home buyers and people who are moving up to buy a bigger house. But today, it's saying those people are sitting out a little bit because the homes are too expensive. So because the prices have gone up too high, it's made it out of reach for some first time home buyers and some people who are trying to move up. Secondly, an unwillingness to compromise on home features. So what that means is buyers are saying, if I'm going to buy a house in this crazy seller's market where it's super expensive and the median price is up 20% year over year, then I better for dang sure get what I want in the house, right? And we've seen with the trends, certainly since COVID has happened, a lot of people are wanting to live at home, or they're working from home more. And so that might be more bedrooms, but it might be a home office. It might be room for a home gym. Um, Different features that makes the home more livable because you might not be driving into work more. You might be able to work from home 1, 2, 3, 4 days a week, something like that, maybe full time. So they're being pickier on their amenities. Um, and lack of inventory. So we've talked about that. Um, there's not a lot of the inventory is not necessarily just the um, seller saying like I'm not going to sell, because a lot of people are selling. The inventory, it's really a function of what has happened over the past 10 years of the builders not making enough inventory because they were kind of skeptical about demand. And now builders can't buy land fast enough. I mean, you talk to any builder in the Cincinnati area, and they're all going to say the same thing. Do you know any farmers? Do you know any farmers that want to sell their land? Because they're all trying to gobble up land because the demand is so incredibly high right now. They fell behind. After the '08 recession, they didn't build into single family, and now they didn't kind of trust the demand that was there, and now they're way behind. And so the low inventory is not just like all these greedy sellers who don't want to sell their home. That's not really the case. People are selling probably even more than normal because they know how much they can get for their house. Um, the biggest problem with inventory, there's a couple problems. Builders not meeting demand over the last 10 years, and millennials saying, yeah, we're going to buy a house. And so for a long time, those two kind of go together, right? Builders kind of thought millennials just wanted to rent and live kind of carefree, but now millennials are kind of like, nah, we're good. Like, we're ready to buy. And there are a crap ton of millennials in this country. So that demand being pushed by millennials is keeping that inventory super low. So you've got a lack of inventory, and competitive bidding are keeping some buyers out of the market. Some buyers are struggling with buyer fatigue and are choosing to move to the sidelines. Okay, so what is buyer fatigue? um, Imagine for yourself that you are, maybe you are a buyer, maybe you've done this, and so you know exactly what I'm talking about. But imagine you're a buyer in this market, and um, you go out there and you know that as soon as something hits the market, there's going to be probably multiple offers. And so you find a house, you're like, it's in the neighborhood I want, it's got the amenities I want, and you can afford it. You've been pre-approved for it, and you like the home. It's cute. It smells good. You went and saw it with your agent, and now you're ready to put in an offer. And you talk about how competitive your offer should be. Should we be at asking price? Should we be 5,000 over asking price? Should we be 10,000 over asking price? 15, 20, 30,000? Can we waive inspections? Can I give you my firstborn child? Like, it is, you go through this whole thing and you submit your offer, and they say, thanks very much. We'll be reviewing offers in 2 days. We'll let you know. And you're like, oh gosh. So now your whole weekend is you can't go look for more houses because you put an offer on a house. Let's say you did that Friday night. You got to wait till Sunday afternoon or Monday. So you can't go look at more houses because you can't put an offer on another house. What if they accept? You can't. You really don't want to have two accepted offers. That would be a problem. Um, and you're nervous all weekend because you're like, oh my gosh, are we going to get it? I really love this house. Is it going to work? And so, and then you get the word on Sunday night or Monday morning, hey, thank you so much for your offer, but we went with another offer. And you're just like, oh man. And now you've got to do that again. You've got to organize your life, your work schedule, maybe your kids' schedule, maybe you need childcare to go next Thursday or whatever, next Friday, do the whole thing over again. You're emotionally tied into a property, you put in another offer, you put an over asking price, you lose it again. I've some people have done that 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. Now, granted, they should probably have a better agent. um, but it's not just a function of the agent. Sometimes you have good agents who can't help you win at these offers. Good agents will help you though. Good agents will get some secret information and they'll do their job and they'll call their listing agent and try to find out how they can make their offer sweeter or how competitive they need to be. But there's a lot of bad agents out there right now. That's another function of this real estate market is um, everyone and their cousin are becoming real estate agents, and a lot of them don't have much experience. That's okay. That happens. Everyone, you got to start somewhere. But when the market cools, a lot of those agents will be gone. Um, so this buyer fatigue thing is for real. Some buyers are struggling with buyer fatigue and are choosing to move to the sidelines until the market cools a bit, which could account for the rise in days on market for the first time since February. So I find that really interesting because you've even got, and I'm feeling this in the market too. Like I put a listing out there on a really cute house. It was priced right in a neighborhood that had several comps. And what we as agents have been doing over the past several months have just been saying, please leave your offers open until Sunday at 8 p.m. Buyers will review them all and we'll get back to you at noon on Monday. And I put that in there because I knew that the home was priced right. Uh, and then we didn't get offers the first weekend. I was like, wait, what? What's going on? And it took over a week. It actually took 9 days. And then on the ninth day, we received multiple offers. I was like, huh? What is going on here? And what I think is happening is this buyer fatigue. It's like instead of this like rushing out to get to look at the house and like submit an offer within an hour, people are just either a bunch of those people have gotten their house already and they've already closed, like those super type A analytical aggressive people. They won their house maybe already, and some of the other people are like, yeah, we're gonna just wait and see if it makes it through the weekend, and then we'll go put in an offer. So that's happening, and other people are waiting. They're thinking, well, maybe the market's going to cool, right? Maybe we have the election, and the economy might change, and so I should probably wait until the market cools. At least that's some of the reality. And so what you have is low inventory, high demand, and more demand sitting on the sidelines of this because of buyer fatigue and people waiting for the market to cool. And so it's only going to continue unless interest rates go up, right? If interest rates go up, then buyers can afford less. And so that will bring down some of the demand, and or builders keep kind of raising their inventory. And so I'm working with a lot of people right now. And by the way, if you have a question, again, please feel free to leave it in the chat. Would love to talk to you guys and answer any of your real estate questions that you might have. Um, I'm working with a lot of buyers. In fact, it's really fun working with you guys who have found the channel via, like living in Cincinnati type videos, or you're moving here, you're relocating, or you were thinking about Cincinnati. And so it's been really fun to help you guys. But I'm pointing a lot of buyers to new construction right now, and the reason why is, like, if you can get a brand new house, it's going to cost a little bit more, but you're getting brand new, and you can choose. Like, going back to this article, people are waiting. They don't want to buy an overpriced resale home if it doesn't have the features that they want. And so if you can avoid the chaos of the buyer's market right now, and all the like elbowing and like putting in offers over ask price, and all of the challenges that come with trying to buy in a low inventory market. So if you can avoid that and get a home that has all the features you want, yes, you'll probably be paying a little bit more, but that new construction option is really attractive to a lot of people. And it's so I've been pointing people that way, especially if you're coming in from out of town and you have maybe like 1 or 2 days to like see the city and the neighborhoods and try to buy a house, or maybe you're doing that in multiple weekends. But like, I'm happy if you guys come into town and you're like, hey, I want to check out Westchester or Mason or Anderson or Blue Ash, or in Kentucky, I want to check out Union or Alexandria, looked at Triple Crown or Ballyshannon or whatever. Alexandria, Independence, Florence, Fort Mitchell. I'm like, yeah, let's go around. And then I'm happy to do that. But you've got to find the right neighborhood. B, you got to find the right house in that time frame. And then C, you've got to hope that your offer out of maybe 5 or 10 other offers wins. And I'm going to help you try to be as aggressive as possible to win and use all the tricks of the trade that I have. But there's no guarantee that in that pocket, that that narrow window where you are coming into town, that we're going to for sure be able to land a contract and get under contract in a house. And so now you have to go back to where you're living, and we have to look at other houses, and it's challenging. It can be done. And if I'm working as your real estate agent, I'm working for you, and so I'm going to do whatever you want. But there is an advantage, particularly in this market right now, for transient buyers who are coming to live in the Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky market, to look at new construction and choose the neighborhood, choose the features you want in the home, and not have to fight the other buyers in the market. So this morning I was working with a client who is moving here from Japan, moving here to work at for her job here in Cincinnati, and we were kind of working through the same thing. It's like, yeah, we could do a resale home, but it just feels a little riskier than the new construction. So I get it. That makes sense. And so I'm pointing her to, right now towards Fisher. She looked at Miranda and Dries, and we've done, I don't know if I've done videos on Dries yet. I should do that. But we were certainly doing some work on, let me see here, looking at Fisher. So I wanted to do one thing. And by the way, if you're in the chat and you have questions, please let me know. Actually, I want to show one other thing here. Hang on. Let me see. Andrew, I want to show you this idea, which is market ready homes. So with Fisher, and most builders are going to have this, if you start from scratch on building a home, you're going to be looking at maybe, get that out of here. You're going to be looking at maybe 6 to 8 months out on when the home's going to be ready, versus, and this is a question that's come up with a few buyers, so I thought I'd go ahead and address it here, versus if you buy one of their market ready homes, which is a home that's already in production and they've chosen the features and they've chosen the design selections already. So those are locked in. You can't choose those, unfortunately. You can always change those later if you want. I mean, it will cost you more money, but the advantage to the market ready home is they've usually got a short list of them that are ready within 30, 60, or 90 days. And so if you need something that needs to be ready sooner, if you're moving to Cincinnati, a market ready home is definitely something you might want to consider. And you can look through Fisher's site here. You can see these. Okay, there's 27 floor plans in Ballyshannon. So this is one of their signature communities where they're doing a lot of building, and they've got one home ready right now. So I actually, one of the market ready homes I sold to another client of mine who's coming in from out of state, from Hawaii, and it was kind of the same thing. They were choosing between Triple Crown and Ballyshannon, and why, I don't know how to turn this music off. I don't know if you can hear that or not. But Ballyshannon has got this Irish feel, and they wanted to go this route. It's a little bit cheaper than Triple Crown, but you still get a pool, this clubhouse here, which is pretty nice. But it doesn't have a golf course. So Triple Crown has the golf course country club. Ballyshannon. All right, how do I pause this? Chill out, Fisher Homes. I don't know. Pause. I get it. You've got inspirational music. All right. Go away. All right. You're going to have to deal with it. Let me turn my volume down. So what I wanted to show here was this. They've got a market-ready home, this clay. So this is available in 60 days. You can see they've got a picture of kind of the construction that's going on here. They've got the address for you, and you can click into the details. The client that was talking to me this morning was like, "Can I see the design finishes on this?" They don't put that on the description here, so you kind of need to request it. You need to set up a chat with them. But it says it's got an island kitchen, walk-in pantry, update cabinetry, gleaming granite countertops. You just don't know what color everything is. But that's what it'll look like when finished, or something similar, depending on the design choices. And that'll be ready in 60 days. So if you need something faster, if you want new construction, but you can't wait the 6 to 8 months, then you can do something like this. This one's in Ballyshannon, and you can go through this list. Let me go back here. These communities, and all of them kind of show how many homes are ready right now. So you can kind of get a feel for the different market ready homes if they have them. If they just say floor plans, they don't have them. If they have some market ready homes that'll be ready within 90 days, 60 or 90 days, maybe 30, then you can dig into that for each one of these communities. So that's kind of nice. Where if you need to close faster and still want new construction, the problem again is you can't choose the design. So if you want to start from scratch and choose all the design, then you will need to wait a little longer. So cool. If you guys are here, welcome. Feel free to jump in the chat. Would love to answer any questions you guys have on the market. We kind of just an overview of this live stream so far. First of all, the channel has gone bonkers in the last week in terms of views and subscribers. So thank you for watching and subscribing. And I want to do these lives more weekly where any questions you have on real estate or just the area of Northern Kentucky or Cincinnati, as someone who's lived here for 30 plus years now, would love to answer those questions for you. Right now we're talking a little new construction because the market has been very difficult for buyers, and a lot of buyers are even sitting out because A, it's been expensive, B, it's competitive and you have to beat other offers out, and that's led to buyer fatigue. And so we're kind of looking at what does new construction look like as an alternative. Yes, it's expensive right now. It's been slowed because of some supply chain issues, but they're cranking them out right now. Speaking of cranking them out, I want to show you guys something. Um, the difference between Fisher Homes, which is a production builder, Fisher Homes, Miranda Homes, MI Homes, Drees. These are all production builders where they're trying to crank out a lot of houses. And I like Fisher because I think their designs are cool. If you look at their reviews online, they're not good. I've got some friends who work there, and I'm like, why don't you guys clean those up? Or like work. And basically, Fisher has been uh, kind of the top dog in the Cincinnati market for a while. They got kind of ahead of everybody else, and so they don't do a ton of online reputation management. Um, yeah, I don't know why. I mean, they should, but they don't. They kind of they because they have such a large market share, hasn't been a high on their radar. I want to show you the difference between a production builder like this and let's see. I don't know if we have the website. Five Daughters Construction. Okay, so this is a custom builder. Um, I'm going to open up two things for you here. This is a custom builder in town, and this is very different than your Fisher Homes, um, your Fisher Homes production type builder. Okay, Five Daughters Construction. The guy who owns this business is actually a friend of mine, and it's called $5 because they have five daughters. Very young daughters. They had them all within like 6 or 7 years, I think. But custom home builder, they do a fantastic job. A little more high end finishes. So if you want to, so that Fisher house might be anywhere in the 300s to, I mean, they build homes up to the million, but like most Fisher production homes are going to be in that 300 to in the 600s range. These custom homes might be a little bit higher, maybe in like $600,000 to $800,000 range. Um, so a little higher end finishes. They're a boutique home builder. We're passionate about making home building personal again. From the tile selections to the appliances, every decision in your budget is yours from start to finish. Our custom builds break the mold of conventional big box builders as we put the power to choose back into the buyer's hands, where it should be and where it should stay. Okay, so the big difference between, and kind of the sale point difference between a custom builder like Five Daughters and Fisher is this. This is exactly what they're targeting here. Like, if you get a home with Fisher, they're going to crank it out. And they've got a process, and they've got a team, and they've got infrastructure, and they've got a large organization, and they are rolling houses out, and they are a volume producer, right? Versus someone like Five Daughters, they are super custom, and they're putting all the decisions back into your hands. And so you get to choose everything, and you are working directly with the owner of the business. And so if you want a wall changed in the design, they will do it. If you want something custom and unique, so this is this is good if you know exactly what you want. If you know exactly what you want, and you have a little bit higher budget, then something like this might be good for you. I want to just kind of show you guys some of their yep, that's me. Just some of their posts here so you can get kind of a feel for them. For $5, they're building new inspiration from our $5. Oh, and they do have one son. They had a son, which is pretty cool. So here's just to look at some of their work here. Very cool color. Love that. Just modern look. Here's their $5 and their one boy, which is just gorgeous. Here's their Larkin Manor. Here's a look at one of the insides. So we don't have many shots like this one because they're tricky to capture, but this is one of our favorite views inside our custom homes. All 6 of our plans include an open living and dining concept, which allows for natural light to pour through more of the house and offers a communal feel to the most used spaces in the home by removing walls that separate. We like that idea in theory and reality. Removing walls that separate, fostering relationships and quality time by opening up spaces and leaving out barriers. Also, can you spot the dining area chandelier? Isn't that a work of art? Yeah, that's really gorgeous. So, very thoughtful, obviously, in the design and keeping this open and making sure it's structurally sound, but still an open, beautiful space. And it's really funny in real estate how we've gone from homes that used to be all isolated and all very little rooms, and now to this idea of making everything open. Let's keep looking here. They're made in contemporary, just beautiful design. Really pretty. Here's another shot, the Brighton Estate. Really pretty. This kitchen open to the living room area, dining room right under here. This is the business owner TikToking with one of her daughters. Yeah, the Brighton again. So that's a feel. You can go through their Instagram more. Look, just custom touches like this. A paper towel drawer. That's kind of cool. So lots of fun stuff like that. Really beautiful designs. That's $5. Just comparing them to something like Fisher. And so Fisher is more of a production builder, and I would say they've got a great system and process, and they've got many designs to choose from, and they've got, like I said, a system and an organization. They're going to walk you through, selections and designs, and help coach you through that entire process. They've got multiple team members at multiple different points of the process, whereas $5 is like more custom skeleton crew. If you know exactly what you want, if you've built before and you want to choose everything, then that might be the route for you. If you want something that's more like, no, I'm okay, it can look like my neighbor's homes, or at least like I'm cool in that subdivision, and I just want to know what I'm getting a really quality build, then the production builders like Fisher could be right for you. So, okay. Nobody's jumped in the chat today, so I guess I'm not answering any questions today. I'll stay on here just a few more minutes, and then we'll wrap up. I got another meeting here coming up with a lender, and what do I have this afternoon? Oh, two meetings with lenders this afternoon, I think. But if you checked out this video, thanks for watching, guys. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. We're starting to get comments on the most people are coming in from the Living in Cincinnati pros and cons video, and that has been the one that YouTube has decided to kind of raise to the top, I guess. So I'm getting a lot of comments are rolling in about whether they agree or disagree with my pros and cons. A lot of people are talking about the weather, and so one of the pros I know I did in the video was, hey, you get 4 seasons of weather here. In reality, and I've seen memes like this before, they show stuff where no, it's really like 12 seasons, and like you get 4 false springs, and like you go back from spring to winter a lot. And so a lot of people complain about the weather, but in comparison to Florida or California or Arizona or Texas, there is some diversity in the seasons. Many people might not like the particular season of weather that they are in. They may not like some of the humidity of the summer or the longer gray winters, but you actually do get a winter, and you actually do get a summer. And you get leaves changing colors, and you get flowers in the spring. So that's been funny to watch. Some of the other comments are, I don't know, it's becoming a YouTube channel where the comments are like, I don't know if I want to go down in there. But for those of you who are watching and subscribing, thank you. We will try to schedule another one of these next week. I think I'm going to wrap this up unless any questions roll in. So far, no questions have rolled in, but just as I'm closing up, we got something here. Hey Eric, I'm a local mortgage broker. I watch your vids all the time. I'd love to work with you and your clients. Sweet. Hit me up, Anthony. Who are you with, man? You can email me your info. Anthony, give me your honest opinion on these videos. Am I doing a good job? What can I do better? Am I doing a crap job? And who are you with, Anthony? Oh, yeah. I launched a TikTok channel when COVID hit last year, and I was in my attic for 2 months. And TikTok was a thing, but it was kind of getting a lot of traction. And I think COVID like really blasted TikTok into existence because you had all these, Gen Y and millennials and then even Gen X's jumped on and made everyone mad. And I did a few videos. I did 2 videos that got over 1 million views. And I was like, what? One of them was about like how to get rich. They were more on the investing side, and one of them was just the simple, like, the whole video was buy assets and not liabilities. And so I did if you guys can kind of see this parking lot behind me, or maybe you can't. Well, there's a parking lot. And so I just went through my parking lot and I like showed my old beat up car, which had like paint was all peeling off and rust spots and all this, but I'd owned it free and clear for the last 10 years. And then I like showed Volvo, or not, like Mercedes Benz and Teslas or whatever. And I was like, don't buy these, buy these. Buy assets. That got 1 million views, and I had another flip. I bought a condo for $1 last year. It was beat up, and the guy just needed to get out, and so I bought it for $1, and I sold it for, I think I sold it for like 12 grand or something like that. So just kind of a quick resale, but that got 1 million views too, and then I quickly had like 20,000 subscribers on YouTube. Or on TikTok, but TikTok was good. I felt like for reaching real estate investors and other agents, because I feel like those are the people who watch it more, and lenders. I saw a lot of lenders on there too, but it wasn't good for reaching. I felt like reaching home buyers and sellers, and so I switched back over to YouTube because this is a place where content can last, because once you do TikTok, it's kind of gone forever, and you just have to keep doing them. It's really sinister. I mean, the way that thing, that's another reason I jumped off, is I just found myself getting like way too addicted to TikTok. And I'm like, this is not healthy for me, for my wife, for my kids, for my work, for anything. You could get leads off of it, but it was, I don't know. I wanted to do YouTube content because I knew I could do these videos, and you can search for them, right? Because YouTube is with Google, and if you're looking to move to the Cincinnati area, there's content that could last a little bit longer than like one day on TikTok. So Anthony said, I'm with Motto Mortgage. I'll email my info. Cool, man. Thanks for watching. Yeah, we should connect. Let me know what you specialize in and like what's the, ideal candidate for you. Cool. Well, there's a few people on. Again, if you have a question, ask it. If not, I'm going to jump off here and go do some other meetings. So I'll give it just a minute longer, and then we'll close up, and I'll try to be back next week with another live. If you have questions, again, about the area or the market or anything real estate related, or if you want to talk Bengals or Reds, I'm for that. I'm for that. Classic Cincinnati sports team move that just happened. By the way, I feel super sleepy. When I wear glasses, I always feel sleepier. Cincinnati Reds go into the All-Star break winning 9 of 11, I think, and taking 3 out of 4 from the first place Brewers, raising the hopes of of all of all. Let's see here. How do I do this? Fans, and then they come out of the break and crush your spirits, getting swept by the Brewers. That's just such a classic move by the Reds. It really is. All right, how do I move to top? Where is my... All right, I got to figure out OBS a little bit more. I'm still figuring this thing out. Whoa, what did I do? How do I select my webcam? Oh, here we go. All right, let's make this here. Let's take this, move it back to bottom, and let's transition. Yay. Okay. I'll figure this out sooner or later. Cool. Guys, thanks for watching. Like I said, I'm actually considering making these lives, especially in the football season, part real estate and part Bengals talk. That'll probably reach about 2% of you who watch these videos who even care about the Bengals. But I'm excited about the Bengals season. I'm hoping for the Reds, but I don't know. That bullpen is rough. I'd love to see them get in the playoffs. The chemistry of this team is great. Like, the personalities are really fun. Castellanos is so fun to watch. To have some swagger back. It's just nice. To be a Cincinnati Reds or Bengals fan, you're used to just getting crapped all over by national media and like fans of other teams. And so when you can brag a little bit, it's just like you don't want to trust it too much, but it feels really good. It's very cathartic. And when you have a guy like Joe Burrow, who like, this guy is so good. He is so good at football, and he actually could take us to the Super Bowl. And everyone knows that. Like, even nationally, people know like how good Burrow is because they saw what he did at LSU. It's good stuff. All right, guys. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next week. I'm going to stop the stream and